thing. Lela and Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, plus, you know, you're not talking about it all the time. That friendship stuff?
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well, but listen, the whole internet's on fire about it. Even your sister, the brat, Lisa Raye McCoy, jumped in social media and said, girl, Nicole Murphy, you went after Lela Rochon husband too? Shaking my head so wrong again.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
So what's the fine print of the tea? Like, did she go after Lisa Raye's husband when she was married to the...
Absolutely. When my sister was the first lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely.
What?
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you love staying up to date with Hollywood drama, you're in the right place, because today's story is wild. We're diving deep into what's allegedly turning into one of the most unexpected celebrity tensions of the year between two powerhouse actresses, Taraji P. Henson and Nia Long. Now, this isn't just your usual Hollywood rumor mill, because according to multiple reports, the drama might have roots in something very personal, involving Nia's ex, Ime Udoka. So, grab your popcorn, because this story has layers, jealousy, betrayal, and a Hollywood sisterhood possibly breaking apart. For years, both Taraji and Nia have been celebrated not only for their incredible talent, but also for their grace, confidence, and longevity in an industry that hasn't always been kind to Black women. Both have carved their own lanes. Taraji, the fierce, outspoken star who brought Cookie Leon to life on Empire, and Nia, the timeless beauty we know and love from Love Jones, The Best Man, and Boys in the Hood. Fans have always respected both of them, and for the longest time there was never any public issue between the two. But in the past few weeks, things have started to look tense. Whispers of shade, subtle unfollows on social media, and a few cryptic posts have people wondering what's really going on between Taraji and Nia Long. Here's where things get messy. Allegedly, this whole situation started when rumors began circulating that Taraji P. Henson might be seeing Ime Udoka. Yes, the same Ime Udoka who was previously engaged to Nia Long and who's the father of her son. Now, if you remember, Ime made headlines last year after that very public scandal during his time coaching the Boston Celtics. The fallout was massive, and through it all, Nia Long kept her composure. She moved forward with grace, focusing on her family and her career. But recently, gossip blogs started hinting that Taraji had been seen out with Ime, and while nothing has been confirmed, even the possibility of that connection sent the internet into overdrive. Fans immediately began to question, would Taraji really cross that line? What's fueling the fire even more are the subtle online moves that people have picked up on. Some fans noticed that Nia and Taraji no longer interact on social media the way they used to. No likes, no supportive comments, just silence. And in Hollywood, silence often speaks louder than words. Adding to that, both actresses have recently shared cryptic messages that fans believe are indirect shots. Nia posted about protecting her peace from people who pretend to be supportive, while Taraji, around the same time, shared a quote about not letting anyone guilt you for finding happiness again. Coincidence? Maybe, but the timing has everyone talking. Now, here's where things get interesting. Some fans are taking Taraji's side, saying that she's a single woman and has every right to date who she wants, especially since Nia and Ime have been separated for quite some time. Others, though, see it as a major violation of the sister code, arguing that dating your friend's ex, especially one who caused her public pain, crosses a line that can't be undone. And because both Taraji and Nia are seen as role models for women of color in the industry, the situation hits deeper than just gossip. It raises questions about loyalty, friendship, and what happens when two strong women's personal lives collide in the public eye. It's also worth noting how differently the public reacts when women are caught in this kind of drama versus men. Hollywood has seen countless situations where male stars move from one relationship to another, sometimes even within the same social circle, and it barely makes headlines. But when it's two women, suddenly it becomes a scandal. Many fans are pointing out that Taraji and Nia are being held to an impossible standard, expected to be perfect, poised, and above all drama, even when dealing with complicated personal emotions. That double standard has some people saying this whole narrative might be unfair, and that maybe we should be asking why Ime is once again at the center of controversy involving two powerful women. Sources close to both actresses have reportedly said that the tension has started to spill over into professional spaces. There are whispers that producers have hesitated to pitch projects featuring both women because of the energy between them. Others claim that Taraji feels misunderstood and unfairly judged, while Nia allegedly feels blindsided, believing that certain lines of trust were crossed. Whether or not that's true, it's clear this situation has people picking sides and stirring up conversations across social media. So where does this leave things now? According to insiders, both women are keeping their distance, and neither has publicly addressed the situation head-on, which honestly might be the smartest move. But fans can't help but wonder, is this just a temporary rift or the end of a quiet Hollywood friendship? Both Taraji and Nia have overcome so much in their careers. They've stood for empowerment, independence, and resilience. It would be heartbreaking to see them torn apart by something that could have been avoided. Now, let's rewind to where this tension may have actually started. Back on the set of Empire, when Nia Long joined the cast in Season 3, fans were thrilled. She was playing Juliana, Lucius's ex, and with Taraji P. Henson already dominating the screen, as Cookie Lund, audiences couldn't wait to see these two powerhouse actresses share scenes together. But according to insiders, things behind the scenes weren't as smooth as they looked on camera. Reports began surfacing that there was tension between Taraji and Nia from early on, everything from creative disagreements to subtle clashes in energy on set. At first, no one thought much of it. People chalked it up to two strong personalities working in a high-pressure environment. But as filming went on, the vibe allegedly got more uncomfortable, and some crew members even hinted that it was clear the two actresses just didn't click. The chemistry that fans expected never really translated off-screen, and that may have been the beginning of a quiet rivalry that only grew with time. Behind the cameras, though, things reportedly got tense. Fast. According to people who were on set, the problem started early during filming. One incident in particular stands out. Nia Long allegedly arrived late to set one day, and a male actor made a joke about Black people's time. That comment didn't sit well with Nia, and she made it clear she found it disrespectful. But instead of backing her up, Taraji reportedly chimed in with a sarcastic remark, asking if Nia was on her period. That comment, according to insiders, completely shifted the mood. What might have been a small misunderstanding quickly turned into something much deeper and much more personal. From that point on, the tension between the two actresses supposedly never went away. As filming continued, things reportedly didn't get any easier. Nia started gaining a reputation on set for being very particular, especially about details like lighting, hair, and makeup. Some crew members allegedly saw it as diva behavior, but Nia later offered a very different perspective. She's spoken before about how important it is for Black actresses to understand how to present themselves on camera, from lighting that flatters darker skin tones to hairstyles that photograph properly under studio lights. In her words, knowing what works for you isn't being difficult. It's being professional. Still, that misunderstanding between confidence and attitude reportedly added fuel to the fire, and by that point, the tension between Nia and Taraji had become impossible to ignore. Reports claim that Nia Long wanted to expand her role on Empire, pitching ideas that would have made her character, Juliana, more central to the storyline, and in some ways, a direct rival to Taraji's iconic character, Cookie Leon. Now, Cookie was already the heart of the show. Fans loved her, and Taraji's performance had become a cultural phenomenon. So when Nia's ideas started leaning toward more screen time and storyline influence, production reportedly shut it down fast. They didn't want to risk any more drama on set, or anything that might shift focus away from Cookie. But that decision supposedly made things worse. Behind the scenes, the atmosphere got so tense that producers allegedly had to schedule Taraji and Nia's scenes separately, just to keep the peace. What started as creative differences had turned into a full-blown rivalry, one that would mark the end of their working relationship on Empire. Now, here's where the story takes a sharp turn, because the tension between Taraji and Nia may not just be professional anymore. It circles back to someone very familiar in Nia's life, Ime Udoka. For those who don't know, Nia and Ime began dating back in 2010. They have a son together and got engaged in 2015, becoming one of Hollywood's most admired couples. The kind that seemed strong, private, and unbothered by the spotlight. But everything changed in 2022. While Ime was head coach of the Boston Celtics, news broke that he had been involved in inappropriate relationships with two married staff members. The story spread everywhere: sports outlets, gossip blogs, mainstream media, and suddenly, Nia Long was caught in a public scandal she never signed up for. That moment was devastating for her, not just because of the betrayal itself, but because it shattered an unspoken agreement between partners in the public eye to protect each other from humiliation. And with the world watching, every headline felt like a fresh wound. The speculation didn't stop there, either. People started questioning why, after all those years together, they had never actually gotten married, hinting that maybe the relationship had cracks long before the scandal hit the news. That's why, when recent rumors started linking Taraji P. Henson to Ime Udoka, fans couldn't help but connect the dots, wondering if the long-standing friction between these two actresses had just reignited in a way no one saw coming. Now here's where the story takes a sharp turn, because the tension between Taraji and Nia may not just be professional anymore. It circles back to someone very familiar in Nia's life, Ime Udoka. For those who don't know, Nia and Ime began dating back in 2010. They have a son together and got engaged in 2015, becoming one of Hollywood's most admired couples, the kind that seems strong, private, and unbothered by the spotlight. But everything changed in 2022. While Ime was head coach of the Boston Celtics, news broke that he had been involved in inappropriate relationships with two married staff members. The story spread everywhere: sports outlets, gossip blogs, mainstream media, and suddenly, Nia Long was caught in a public scandal she never signed up for. That moment was devastating for her, not just because of the betrayal itself, but because it shattered an unspoken agreement between partners in the public eye to protect each other from humiliation. And with the world watching, every headline felt like a fresh wound. The speculation didn't stop there, either. People started questioning why, after all those years together, they had never actually gotten married, hinting that maybe the relationship had cracks long before the scandal hit the news. That's why when recent rumors started linking Taraji P. Henson to Ime Udoka, fans couldn't help but connect the dots, wondering if the long-standing friction between these two actresses had just reignited in a way no one saw coming. According to the sources, after the scandal broke, Nia Long was actually open to forgiveness. She reportedly wanted to handle everything privately, to rebuild trust with Ime Udoka and protect their son from the chaos of public scrutiny. But before any real healing could happen, new rumors began to swirl, this time linking Ime Udoka to Taraji P. Henson, and that's where things took an even more painful turn. For Nia, this wasn't just another headline, it was personal. Remember, she already had a complicated history with Taraji from their Empire days, so hearing whispers that the same woman she allegedly clashed with professionally might now be involved with her ex, that hit differently, was a deep betrayal, not just romantically, but emotionally, as if Taraji wasn't just stepping into her past, but interfering with what was left of her family. And while neither actress has confirmed anything publicly, the silence itself has only fueled more speculation. At this point, the tension between the two women seems bigger than Hollywood drama. It's personal, it's emotional, and it's messy. Fans are watching closely, waiting to see if either of them will finally break their silence. At the end of the day, only Nia Long, Taraji P. Henson, and Ime Udoka know the real truth behind all these rumors. But one thing's for sure, this situation has people talking. From Hollywood sets to social media timelines, fans are divided, trying to piece together what really happened between two of the industry's most respected actresses. Was this all just bad timing and coincidence? Or is there something deeper going on behind the scenes? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you believe Taraji crossed the line? Or is social media making this situation bigger than it really is? I'll be reading your thoughts and replying to the best ones. And if you love staying updated on the biggest celebrity stories, messy Hollywood drama, and exclusive behind-the-scenes tea, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because trust me, this story is far from over, and when the next chapter drops, you'll want to be the first to know.